And now to bring another one of my old school chums up to speak a little bit about Jackie and do some introductions, and that is none other than Mr. Bill Powell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the passing of Jackie is the end of a chapter of my life. I was fortunate enough as a young man to be invited to Washington for Sunday dinner. And it went like this. Rose and the girls were in the kitchen. Everybody else, lots of everybody else's, were out and they were playing and singing hymns, and oh, it was wonderful. 4-part, 5-part harmony, and they were going on and on and on, making instruments out of lost articles. It was just amazing. A quartet who was singing gospel music in Buffalo came here and joined in. It was wonderful. And then the family slowly passed on. And I missed every one of them. Every one of them. Now Jackie's gone. It's the end of a chapter. But when you see the looks of Jackie, you see the love that he was surrounded by, Rose, the family, and the way they did music. The man was all of that to the very end. And for that, we thank you, Jackie. Sorry, it's very moving for me. On a lighter note, I remember many funny things, and I'm not going to through all of them. I threw half of my speech away before I got here. Paul's holding it. I remember one time I was working out the front of the coffee house, and at the time Jackie was in the hospital getting a checkup. And so I'm just going to read from this. In the late 70s, Jackie was feeling crappy, and the doctor sent him to St. Joseph's Hospital for tests and observation. Reluctantly, Jackie, he complied. The Night 2 coffee house was 2.5 blocks from St. Joe's. One evening, I was out front working the yard when I heard I looked around and couldn't see a damn thing. Then I heard Bill. I looked up and there was Jackie hiding in a bush across the street. I hustled him into the building. He was wearing his hospital gown, open at the back. Great big woolly fluorescent slippers, and his patient ID, and a smile. He had escaped. He was on the lam. We got him settled down, and the stories of the nice nurses started. It sounded like he was having a ball, so why did he run away? It was the food. And please, could we rush out to the Colonel's and get him some Kentucky Fried Chicken before they came to get him? When the snack was finished, we hustled him back to the hospital just in time, because they're going to do a lockdown looking for a missing patient. Another time at the coffee house, it was Christmas. And at the coffee house, we were one big family. And we celebrated it in that way. We had a party at the Night 2 coffee house for friends of creative arts. We got presents for the kids, snacks, and Christmas cheer. We needed a Santa, and Jackie volunteered. It was great. And after a fair amount of the Christmas cheer, we thought we would parade down to Gord Park and spread it around. We filled Santa's sack with apples, oranges, and Christmas canes, and away we went, singing with gusto. Wobbling a bit, but we made it. When we got to the Gore, Jackie went into high gear. He kept jumping on and off the buses that were waiting there, and wishing Merry Christmas to everybody, and getting all the girls to sit on his lap. It was absolutely fantastic. Jackie was approached by 2 young boys, about 8 and 10 years old. Santa dug into his bag and he pulled out an orange and a candy cane, and he offered them to the youngest boy. And the little guy, he went, "Santa's black." And the other kid said, "So what? Take the candy." Jackie howled with laughter. The other Dr. Washington, we know that in his latter years, McMaster University honored him with a doctorate, but I knew the other Dr. Washington. They say there's a magic medicine in music, and Jackie was a leading practitioner of the healing art. I remember one thing I took him to, I stuck around to observe and enjoy. The friendly, caring attendants at the senior center moved in about 20 wheelchairs after the more fit clients were seated. Some of the attendees were obviously advanced cases of dementia. Jackie started to play, sing, tell stories, converse with the crowd, and of course interject his very infectious laugh. The crowd naturally started to join in some of the old ballads. Some even got up to dance. It was wonderful, except for one patient, an old girl sitting in a wheelchair at the back, stoically staring out into space. No matter what Jackie did, nothing elicited even the smallest recognition. Towards the end, he began an old love ballad, and a miracle happened. The lady's face smiled, and she started to sing along. The attendants just went nuts. It's the first time there were any cognitive experience for that lady in 2 years. Thank you, Dr. Washington. I'm such a wimp on these things. So,